Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. I'm your host, Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters-Herzog.
Hello.
Hi, Noelle. This is episode 36, and we're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 9. And also, we're here to talk about The Other Way, Season 1, Episode 19.
Yeah, it's never ending.
It's not ending, right?
No.
Does anyone know when there's going to be
a forever show?
A tell-all?
It's a forever show.
Is it maybe like in years there's going to be a tell-all?
I guess I want to see the tell-all.
Yeah,
that's like what I'm here for. Yeah.
Let's start with Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 9. But before we do that, let's talk about our live podcast that's going down at the Stand in New York City.
Ooh.
The Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant in New York City, November 2nd.
Uh-huh.
Seating's at 2:30. Show starts promptly at 3. We're going to have special guests.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have so many people come out. You can meet our friends and family in real time, more importantly than the podcast.
That's true.
That's really what it's all about.
And you could have some great food.
You could have great food.
Yes.
We're going to enjoy some delicious brunch.
I'm really excited. I looked at their brunch menu already.
What did you look at?
I was looking at the pizzas.
They have a pizza oven.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
They just built it.
I was also looking at pictures of the place,
It's
and
beautiful.
it was just really nice.
Yeah, so we're going to have a really, really great time. It's going to be a great Saturday afternoon. It's in a beautiful neighborhood. It's just in Union Square in New York City. So make sure you get tickets for that. You can get tickets for that at our Instagram. There's a link. It's 90 Day Podcast on Instagram, 90 Day Podcast on Twitter. And you can get tickets at thestandnyc.com.
Guys, I really want you to come.
I want girls to come. I want guys to come.
Oh, yeah, I want both.
All of it.
I want you to come
We are
all the way.
Mm-hmm. Let's start off. So, Season 3, Episode 9 of Before the 90 Days, Avery and Omar. So, they just told Terry in a Greek diner in Lebanon, that they will live in Syria.
She is very upset.
She runs out of the diner. She's like, I'm getting on the plane. I'm over you. And Avery is like, listen, Mom, I like how condescending she is to her mother.
She's so mean and nasty to her.
She's like, listen, lady.
Right.
Get it together. And let's go into the diner. You are my child.
She's like, we're going to go into the diner. And she's like, what do you want? Like, this is my husband. And it's like, he's been your husband for an hour.
You never kissed him.
Right.
So saying.
Stop.
So she wants to go back into the Greek diner to discuss her moving to Syria.
Keep saying it's a Greek diner.
It's not a Greek diner,
I know.
though. It's like literally set up exactly like every time I see them in this diner, I'm like, I would like a chicken souvlaki plate.
Yeah.
No pita. No onion on my Greek salad. Extra tzatziki sauce. Wait a minute. Do you put mayo in your tzatziki?
Oh, if you do, I don't want it.
Because I don't want that.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll just have like a lemon vinaigrette. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
What do you get when you go to a diner?
She did it. If I go to just like a regular diner,
yeah,
grilled cheese with tomato forever.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
grilled
a good
cheese
one.
with tomato. But if I'm going to go to like a Greek place, like same thing, chicken souvlaki.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying like that's a good like if you're dieting or whatever, it's a good
for sure
like, go to is like a chicken souvlaki plate.
I like grilled chicken.
I like grilled chickens. I like the cube of grilled
chicken. So do I.
I had a grilled chicken salad. I'm sorry, guys. This is like a little bit off.
I'm here for it.
I had to record a podcast. I'm actually working with Jessica Kirsten.
Very cool.
On her podcast, Relatively Sane.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it was really fun. So we recorded 2 episodes at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay.
And the Comedy Cellar is downstairs from the Olive Tree Cafe,
right.
as you know.
I love the Olive Tree.
Yes, and they're, it's like a Turkish restaurant.
Yeah.
And I got a Greek salad, and the chicken was so delicious. I like a cube chicken.
They have the best.
It dries out less.
You don't eat falafel, but they have the best falafel there.
No, I can. And people say they have the best lentil soup, too.
Oh, I've never had that. I like
the best
lentil
wings.
soup.
I don't eat wings or lentil soup.
Really?
So we were with Bobby Kelly yesterday, and he got the wings. Mm-hmm. They're the size of like a forearm of a person.
Like a turkey wing? Yeah, I like
They're
that.
big. They're very plump. Sorry about that.
Sorry, guys. We just like food. Like, this is our idea of like sexting. Talking about food.
Exactly. So Omar said, he's like, listen, Terry, do you think that I would invite my lovely wife,
but the light of my life,
right, this girl that I met one day ago, to move to Syria,
right,
so that I can eventually get my green card and live in America and get my citizenship?
Do you think I would let her get blown up? Yeah.
Right. And Terry's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, touche. But he's like, do you think that I would invite her to live in my fort made of rocks in the rubble of Syria if I thought anything was going to happen? And she's like, they're gassing people.
Right.
And he's like, when I see the gas coming, I'm going to tell her to hold her breath.
Right. She's going to be fine. I'm just going to give her a mask. Everything's
I'm going to pinch her nose closed.
Right.
Because I'm a periodontist.
I have goggles.
It's going to be fine. But the smirk on his face.
That's what annoys me. He's so condescending, and Avery won't stop saying my husband.
I need him to shave his mustache. It's creepy to me. It's the blondness of it.
Okay, I know what you mean because I could picture it in my head too. But there's just something off in his face. Like, I don't mean in an ugly way. I mean like his eyes. He's like
gonna kill everything.
Yeah, he's scary.
So Terry's like, listen, I am going to do everything possible to get you to America so that you don't murder my daughter in Syria. And you know what? Good for her.
She's crying because she's worried about Avery, not because Avery's moving away. I think if Avery was like, I'm going to move to Greece, she'd be like, all right, I love you, but she's safe.
Yeah, she's like, whatever. I have 12 other children.
Right. She has like 6 kids.
Yeah. So she said that she's going to try to help with the visa, and her mom's like, listen, when she comes home, I'm going to try to convince her not to basically go to war.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I mean, I don't think Avery's going to listen at all.
Well, now Avery doesn't care. She's smiling because it's their special night.
Uh-huh.
And she gets to show him her hair.
Which I have to tell you, never even crossed my mind that he never saw her hair before. I totally forgot that.
Imagine it's just like a mess because she hasn't been showing it.
Yeah, I mean...
She's like, sorry about this. It's just like a top knot.
Right? Like, hey, sorry.
I wonder if she got like a blowout. But if they have a blowout salon, this is a real question. Okay. So you're in a Muslim country.
Yeah.
You need a blowout.
Yeah.
Because it's your wedding night and eventually your husband's going to see your hair.
Right.
Do you have to go in like a basement to get a blowout?
The windows are probably blacked out or something.
Right?
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's no way they're not going to allow guys to walk by. And it's probably just only women in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, guess what happens when the cameras leave? They kiss.
And
keep in mind, they met 5 days ago.
So so it's like a regular amount. So they kiss and they probably like hold hands. Like he never even held hands with a woman before. Right.
So he said that his first kiss was super weird. Mm-hmm. And now he
seems very awkward about it.
He's super awkward about everything. So they're going to go shopping. Mm-hmm. Her and Habibi are going to go shopping.
Yeah. Can she stop saying
Habibi?
It? Yeah. Habibi.
Can I call you Habibi from now on?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, who's texting you? And he's like, oh, it's my gym partner.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, it's your gym partner?
Uh-huh.
AKA it's his boyfriend.
And she's like, well, and then she starts talking about how she dances in the street.
This was like a mental illness.
But also she dances in the street with her fingers? Like, what the hell did that mean?
She was like a young kid.
Yeah.
That was trying to get in trouble by their parents.
Yes.
And it was like, yeah,
well,
sometimes
pushing him.
I don't wear shoes out.
Right.
And they're like, okay, Avery, you got to wear shoes. And she's like, well, I don't want to wear shoes.
I don't want to.
I'm going to cut all my toes off.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, okay, well, if you cut your toes off, you're going to be so grounded. She's like, good, because I'm going to do it.
Because I want to be grounded. Right.
Right. She's talking nonsense.
No, she like wanted him to get mad, but he's not going to get mad. He's just like, it's almost like there's like a deep anger in him. Like, go ahead, keep messing with me. You know what I mean?
He's annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
He's super annoyed. And she's like, well, I do not agree with no dancing in public. Like, what are you doing? Are you doing like a silent disco in the street?
But that's what I mean.
Party?
Who the hell dances in public?
But what is she talking about?
I don't know.
She's dancing in the streets?
That's what I don't understand. Like, okay, sometimes I'll be in like the grocery store. If it's like a song I love, I'm going to be dancing around. Matt joins me. We interpretive dance. But like, it's very embarrassing, actually. We interpret dance everywhere. But I don't dance with my fingers on, Pickett Avenue. You know what I mean?
Well, he said something very interesting and very telling about the rest of their relationship.
Yeah.
He said, if we have an argument, she should be quiet.
And that he has to tell her what's right and wrong. And it's like...
Well, can I tell you what I think about that?
Yeah.
She acts like a child.
Listen, she does act like a child, but like, did she know that like she was marrying someone in like his culture, she had to be quiet?
Okay, I'm going to give advice to every person on this show.
Okay.
No matter if it's before the 90 days, the other way.
Yeah.
Google it.
Google where you're going.
Google India shower.
Yes. Google, Google apartment stoves.
Yeah.
Like none of them have ovens,
Right.
and that's fine. Listen, I get it. It's like we're spoiled in America, but you should know what you're walking into. That's the problem. And these women act like, oh my God, I didn't know that you couldn't like say this outside. I didn't know you couldn't have tattoos.
But you could also ask.
Right, of course.
You could also say like, hey, I'm coming to live in this country. Like, what do they think about tattoos?
Don't you want to be respectful? Right. I mean, listen.
Don't you want to be safe?
You and I were doing something last week. I'm not going to say what, but I said, should I cover my tattoos?
Right.
Just, you want to know.
Yeah. We
It's
were
a
filming
thing.
something that was very secret that's going to be coming out, and you're going to be very surprised, and you're going to be really excited, and it's going to be on your television.
I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm not excited about anything.
You're honestly, what is with you? You're
I don't
like dead
know.
inside.
I have no feeling.
Like, I'm like, I'll tell you something, and like, you're excited for me.
I'm excited
but
for
when
you.
it comes to you, you're not excited. You're I feel like I'm like a doll. Like, you want me to do things so you can get excited.
I'm like a dance mom.
Yes.
You're like my toddler in tiaras.
You are. You're a stage mom.
You're my toddler in tiara.
I am. I'm
Honey
your
Boo
little
Boo,
John
I want you to
Bonet.
win. I want my Honey Boo Boo John Bonet to win every competition.
Oh, it's so funny. But
Guys,
yeah.
we're going to be on Keith and the Girl next week, so stay tuned.
Oh my God, we are. That's right. It's in my calendar. I'm excited.
Speaking of stage moms, let's talk about Michael and Angela.
I knew that's who you were going to say.
She's smoking inside by the indoor hotel pool.
She smokes a lot.
She smokes a lot, and it's so weird because you would think that it would affect her skin.
Oh yeah, no, her skin is like beautiful, like a morning dew.
It's like crepe paper.
It is. It's like paper mache.
It's like a linen suit.
It's like, you know how like old women get like those bat wings? It's like the inside of the arm skin. Yeah.
On her face.
Yeah, on her face. It's really bad. Crepe paper is exactly what it is.
It was good, right?
Yeah.
She should do a commercial for Crepe Erase. A lot of women on this show should.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, good, Michael. You got us mixed drinks. They look good and mixed.
And she's like, yeah, she was saying like, it looks nice. That looks pretty. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean, it's just cranberry
juice.
So.
It's fine.
She loves his mom's honesty.
She didn't seem like she loved it at the time.
I think she might have been being sarcastic.
Yeah.
So he said, he was trying to explain to her, like, sometimes in Nigeria they have more than one wife.
Right.
But I don't think I think she was like trying to make him say that.
I think she pushes him to like say things and
he doesn't know
what he's saying.
I don't think he understands.
And I don't think he understands like the difference, like why that would piss her off. But I don't understand why it pissed her off. He's just talking
so she's like,
matter-of-factly.
so if I allowed you and I was very happy with you having another wife, you would do it?
Right.
And he's like, sure. And she's like, wrong answer, Michael.
Exactly.
Oh my God. So, but here's the thing. This is what I'm learning because I don't know if you guys know, but I am a scholar.
I know this.
I took a humanities class.
You got a scholarship?
I got a scholarship to high school. And something that I know is
I'm never going to get over that, by the way.
Thanks, Noelle.
I was like telling everybody in Fairy's truck the other day about this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very smart.
Yeah.
So people's cultures do not, although they seem odd to us, they are just a culture. There's like really, I mean, listen, of course there's right and wrong in general, but a lot of things that we say are quote unquote wrong.
Sure.
Are just things that we're not used to or that's not our culture. So, you know, if your culture is to have more than one wife,
right,
or your culture is to have an arranged marriage,
right,
it doesn't mean it's the wrong way.
No, it's just not used to our way. We're not used to it.
In America, we don't really do that.
Right.
You know, we do the wife thing, but that's in Utah.
But we're also not trying to be insensitive when we talk about it either.
But I'm just saying, like, she doesn't get that.
Well, she doesn't get it, but I feel like she's not even open to trying to understand.
Well,
that's
he needs
the problem.
Wife. He needs an additional wife. So they go to a fertility clinic, and so she's going to the gynecologist, and she's wearing a rainbow neon shirt.
Listen, she is shaped like SpongeBob.
Yes.
No, right?
I mean, I think that's kind of like the least of her problems
because
you're so distracted by her outfits.
Well, she has very loud taste in outfits. She had like pink pants on too.
Yes.
And I was thinking too, like, imagine what a damn fool I would look like wearing that.
Noelle.
What?
She looks like one too.
I guess, but I feel like I would look foolier.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that. So she said that her daughter Skyla said she cannot have one of her eggs.
Yeah, I mean, do you blame Skyla?
Now, I want you to notice something very, very important in this scene.
Okay.
So when she goes into the fertility clinic, she's like, "Hi, I'm Angela from America Trump." Mr. President Donald Trump.
I love Donald Trump.
I have an appointment. And they're like, okay, cool. She has blue eyeshadow up to her eyebrows in this. It is frosted blue eyeshadow. It's smearing all over her face.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now they walk her into the back. Mm-hmm. They put her in a thing, and they put her, because they're going to do a transvaginal scan, right?
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's just an internal sonogram.
Well, I just don't know, like, the name of it.
So they put her on the table, and if you look at her face, there is no blue eyeshadow. No, she didn't have
any eyeshadow on.
No, she had just a regular eyeshadow on.
No, but I feel like I was just looking at her skin anyway, but I don't remember any blue.
No blue.
Yeah.
So it's clearly a different day.
Oh.
So they probably were like, we'll film the first scene, and then we need to get people like really... we have to give them intensive therapy before they give you your transvaginal.
Well, also, she probably wanted to see it in private.
We have to emotionally prepare our staff to give you an internal
to
sonogram.
go anywhere near your vagina.
Right. So they're like, Angela, when was your last period? And she says
1972.
That was the correct answer, but she does not give that answer. She says 7 months ago.
I mean, I don't know, Angela.
7 months plus 12 years.
I think that was the yeast infection, Angela.
Well, guess what? I hope whatever baby she is toting likes Newports.
You know, that's the thing, though. If you are trying to, for real, if you're thinking about getting pregnant, why are you still drinking and smoking? And what do you want to clear your body of the toxins?
Noelle.
Yeah.
You are giving her so much credit right now.
I know. You know what? I have a habit of doing this. Like in my life, in my real life, I give people too much credit.
Yeah, no. So they are giving her the transvaginal, and she has no fibroids, no abnormalities, and they're looking for eggs.
Right.
So they don't see any in one of the ovaries, and then they see, but not. They don't see an egg, because they say they see an egg, but you can't see an egg. You can see a follicle.
And they said she has a beautiful looking uterus.
Yeah, that's meaning like she has no fibroids.
Right.
Like,
you look, you're barren. It's beautiful. It's an empty wasteland.
It's like a desert. I love deserts. Deserts are beautiful. This is like Joshua Tree State Park.
Yes. It's Burning Man, basically.
You're at Burning Man. Is this Burning Man? Why is everyone wearing bikinis in here? Someone's tripping on acid. So they find one follicle.
Right.
And she's like, okay, cool. Let's use that guy.
So I could tote.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I could tote. And they're like, no. So listen, you can possibly tote if you get a donor egg.
Right.
But guess what? She thinks that she has one egg, and she's like, I'm going to use that one. But basically that egg is a rotten egg.
And she it's scrambled already. And she thinks that she keeps saying like her daughter would do it, but like her daughter ain't giving up an egg. No way.
No way. Let's move on to the least cared about couple, I guess. You could say Benjamin and Akini.
I am over them.
I'm over them, but I'll tell you something funny. Do you watch it ever with captions on?
Yeah.
They called her Bikini in one of the scenes.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I was probably writing a note.
I love a good...
That's funny. Good typo.
Oh, my God. A typo in closed captioning is my favorite.
That's funny.
So, this opening scene, what animals did they show? Do you ever notice, like, when they,
well, yeah, they do that. Like, look, he's in the wild.
Right. Like, sometimes it's like cats eating meat in the street.
Yes.
I think these were like baby boars.
So, is that what they were?
I think so. I don't know, but they were so cute.
I'm going to Google. I mean, I need baby animals cute. I'm going to Google baby boars and we can compare.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, they got all the blessings.
Yes. All of them. You know why? Because they want money.
Okay, but also,
isn't that terrible to
this
say?
Is not real, right?
What, dowry?
No. Like all of these blessings, they're just doing this for the show.
You think?
Yes, because a lot of people have been commenting on our Facebook group and
saying it's not true.
Like, hey, I'm from here, and like this is not what we do.
Well, the thing is, I think this show, it's annoying me because I've never noticed fake things in here just until recently.
Right.
Now I'm noticing all of this stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is really staged.
But also, okay, let's pretend that they really do have to like approve him.
Okay.
So he was like, hi guys, my name is Benjamin. I'm white. I'm from America. I live in Arizona.
Right.
And they're like, all right, well, you're approved.
Right.
What are you approving him on?
Him as a human.
Right. But like you had one sentence out of his mouth and you're like, okay, yeah, I think this is fine.
I think that they see him and they like, think high dowry. Right.
Sure. So he had to sleep in the mosquito net.
Right.
And he said it was a loaner.
Okay, that I didn't
So
notice.
I think that
okay.
maybe he borrowed it from Paul.
Oh, maybe. Did he wear a bulletproof vest too?
No, it's not dangerous. It's just mosquito-y.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't want to get malaria, which I get.
Well, he's leaving Fidel's house.
Right.
And he's going to go to the Airbnb that he's been paying for this
I was going to say
time.
that he's been paying for, right.
And he's going to have some alone time with Akini Bikini.
But I'll tell you something. Having nothing to do with Akini, I bet he is so happy
Relieved.
to be out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's like, thank God.
Yes.
He goes to the Airbnb, and apparently they had chips.
Okay, I think that he had salsa at the bottom of that cup, and he had chips on top.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do
you're
that
a
with
snack-
chips and sour cream.
Okay, so you're a snack monster.
Yeah, I do that.
They showed about 10 minutes of him eating chips.
They showed a lot of him eating chips. It's a cute little, he calls it an apartment, but we all know it's an Airbnb.
Well, it's an apartment, though.
Right, but isn't that like an Airbnb apartment?
Yeah, but he's saying it's an apartment. It's not a hotel room.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you Airbnb apartments.
I mean, whatever, I'm not that smart. It's fine.
I know that. The beds do not look comfortable.
The beds don't look comfortable. They look like they're made for very small humans.
I don't understand why everyone's bed is the flattest thing in the world.
I know.
Here's another thing that we need to bring to other countries. Noelle, while we are on our mission,
Yes.
traveling to other countries, building showers with tiles and shower curtains and putting the
Drains on the floor.
Yeah, like we need to tell them about like
Beds.
but yeah, like you could have like more than one pillow. You could have a mattress topper. You can have a plush mattress.
You can have a
pillow
fluffy blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these things. Like you don't have to have like the scratchy covers from a motel room.
You don't have to have like an airplane blanket.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or a travel pillow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Like this looks like it looks like it's made for little people, these beds. They're tiny.
It looks like if you draw a bed.
Yeah. That's exactly what it looks like. I think I've drawn his bed.
Yeah.
This bed, I've drawn it.
Very, very flat. I'm not impressed.
I'm the inspiration for the show. I drew that bed.
Well, guess what? Akini is going to stay with him, and her mom knows where she is because her mom, remember how her mom was laughing?
Yes. Her mother is like, couldn't keep a straight
I don't even
face.
care what's happening. You just got to better get that money. This is how I brought you up. This is what I taught you. Her dad thinks that she is on safari.
I know, for a week.
What a crazy trip.
That sounds like, I mean, imagine you just like live somewhere and you're like, I'm going to go on safari for a week.
BRB.
Bye.
He's going to sleep on the couch in case of temptation.
I didn't realize how religious he was. I mean, I know he sang about the blood of Jesus a few times, but like this was...
I mean, he's a minister.
I know. I didn't realize how religious he was.
So he's going to sleep on the couch, and he said that there's no sex before marriage. Right. And she's like, well, do you think it would be tempting if I came out in my towel?
It's like, what are you trying
to do?
about?
What are you trying to do?
Also, she's like, oh, I'm not used to men turning me down. Like, it's odd. And it's
because you probably are a hooker.
But that's what I mean. Do you think she's a V?
Yeah, no, I think that she's a hooker.
Okay. Oh, all right. Good to know.
He starts sweating, and she says that it's weird that he wants to wait.
Right.
And she's like, don't worry, I won't let you touch the forbidden fruit.
And it's like, gross. I don't ever want to touch your forbidden fruit.
No way. I won't let you put your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Why was she talking like that? I know.
So now they say the last thing is the bride price.
Right.
So now they go on a safari walk, which is AKA the zoo.
Uh-huh.
They go to the zoo. This is not a safari walk.
I just wrote zoo.
But how cute was the monkey with the baby monkey?
I did not see that because I was writing zoo at the time.
Noelle.
Yeah.
They even talked about it. It was a monkey, and the baby monkey was having
I know, but I didn't see
monkey back
the monkey.
ride, not a piggyback ride.
That's so cute.
It was adorable. You got to see the monkey.
A monkey. I like monkeys.
Then there was a rhino, my favorite.
I saw the rhino.
So he's like looking into the distance.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, Grayson would like the zoo.
I miss Grayson.
Let's talk about Grayson now. So he's like, do you want to be his stepmother? And she's like, oh, no, thank you.
Like, I'm not a mom. No thanks.
Right. And he's like, right, I wasn't a dad until I had a baby.
Right.
But like, I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying.
She's like, I don't have any kids. And he's like, right, but if you marry me, you're going to be a stepmom. And she's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be.
But that's the thing. I don't think she gets it.
And he's like, no, you're going to be.
Right, because that's what you are when I marry you.
Right. And she's like, no, I don't think I'm going to be.
Well, because she wants to be his friend.
Right, but she's still technically his stepmom.
Yeah, she doesn't get that.
Right. Like when your mom married your stepdad.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know you guys are best friends.
Uh-huh.
But like, he's still your stepdad.
He is. You know what? I do refer to him as my stepdad, even though
he is.
Right. We're not like super tight, but like, why wouldn't he be my stepdad?
But he is. Even if you hated him, Noelle.
Yeah.
Even if you never spoke to him, even if you never met him.
Yeah. That's true.
He's still your stepdad.
Yeah, technically, because he's married to my mom.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, they got married when you were an adult.
They got married. Would you believe? Actually, it's gonna be like 17 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they've been married a while.
You're very, very old.
Yeah.
So now they go to the carnivore restaurant,
right?
AKA the Rainforest Cafe.
I thought it was Carnival.
Oh, I thought it was carnivore.
I thought it was Carnival. Well, whatever.
Well, he gets the lamb meatballs,
which I mean, I'm into
sound
it.
delicious.
Yeah, I
really wanted to know what they were served.
Me
with.
too, and I want you to show me the plate.
Right, and I also want to know like what's in the lamb meatballs. Is there cinnamon? Because I don't want to eat that.
Oh, I don't like a warming spice with meat.
Oh way,
no.
She gets the fish, but she doesn't specify.
No,
she
just wants the fish.
I will have fish.
And
they're like, all right, well, we're going to pick you out a fish.
Right. We're just going to go grab you a salmon out of the freezer.
This girl is being, honestly, now, I don't know if I am judging, but like this entire episode, she's being like a floozy.
Okay. I don't know what was with her, but I've never seen her act like this.
She was like high.
I know. She was acting, honestly, like she was on drugs or something. Like something was really weird about her.
I didn't understand it at all. So she's like a child. She's like, oh my God, everything on this menu has vodka, tequila, margarita.
And then
what?
It's like, huh? And he's like, I think that you'll like it. So she gets a margarita.
Yeah. So she's nervous and she doesn't know if she's like going to fit in the U.S. Right.
Right.
And she wants to know if he would move there.
Right. And he's like, no, thank you.
He's like, oh my God, I don't know if you remember, but I have a kid.
And you're going to be his stepmother. So.
And she's like, what? I can't hear you.
Right.
She takes a smell of the margarita.
And she's drunk.
She's like, oh my God, I'm so drunk. But it's like, you've been acting like this all day.
You've been acting like this since you got to the Airbnb.
She said that she can't talk to Jesus when she's drunk.
So that was very funny.
They can't say grace.
So, and she kept talking about how, what was she saying? Is there oil all over the fish?
Yeah. She's like, this is oil. He's like, it's a sauce.
Yeah. And she's like, it's oil. No, look,
like,
it's oil.
It's a sauce?
Right.
And she's like, yeah, it's oil. He's like, you're drunk and you're stupid and I hate you.
He hated her.
He is so disappointed, he said. She wants another drink. He is not laughing. She's cracking up. He's like, listen.
She goes, here's to Adam and Eve.
Oh my God. She is being so disrespectful. She won't eat her food and she's begging for another drink.
That's the thing though. She was begging. She was like, please, I'll never ask you for anything again.
It was like, this is how we used to beg our parents.
Yeah. This is like
this is the only toy I want in the whole world.
No, this is how you would ask your mother for things out of like Alloy magazine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, please, Mom, I need these wide leg pants. You don't understand. They're the only ones that fit over my rollerblades. I need them or I'm not going to have friends anymore.
This is what I used to like do with like, I would want books out of that catalog in school.
The troll book.
Yes,
letter.
the troll. I would want like the microscope or something.
Me too. I always wanted the thing.
Yeah, I always wanted the thing. Right, exactly. So
and
that's
like,
what she
but
was
if
acting.
I don't get this,
like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna come out of my room anymore.
No, you're not gonna have a daughter anymore.
I'm never gonna stop crying.
Ever.
This is how she.
The thing is, though, you probably wouldn't stop crying.
Yeah, no, probably.
Like
not.
I couldn't let it. Like I could let it go way easily. Like you commit.
I'm still crying.
You commit. Every
time I cry, it's because I wanted an extra book out of the book troll order.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's just take a second. I wanted to shout out one of our really big fans, Kima.
Okay. Yes.
Kima?
I think it's Kima.
Kima.
Yeah.
Kima.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at that. I spelt it phonetically.
Okay.
And I don't think I spelled it phonetically right.
No, you probably not. I think it was Kima. She messaged us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Very sweet.
So shout out.
Shout out. We heart you. You're so nice.
Holla. Yes. Let's talk about my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite, Darcy and Tom.
This is the only reason why I watch the show.
This is the only reason I live. They're getting ready to go out and Tom is putting chicken grease in his hair.
Tom has every color Louis Vuitton scarf.
It's so nice though.
I mean, listen, I'm not against it.
No, I'm against it.
But of course, you're against anything with the logo.
It's too much. No, I'm not against anything with a logo. It's so much.
Okay, that one was a lot, but I don't think the beige one was a lot that they had a few weeks earlier. It's a lot to have more than one. Oh, I agree with you on that.
That's what it's a
yes.
lot. How about, Tom, you don't live with your mom and you spend money on an apartment instead of Louis Vuitton scarves.
Tom, how about you stop going clubbing? You're like 100.
You're 1,000 years old.
Yeah, they're going clubbing. Stop giving Darcy alcohol. How about that?
How do you even afford to give her alcohol? You're spending all your money on scarves that are Louis Vuitton. So her boobs are all the way out.
Okay, all the way out.
Like, and I'm not even saying, like, I think I saw her nipple.
I saw the beginning of her areola.
Yes. Okay, yeah. That's what I saw. So they're fighting over drinks, right?
They fight over everything.
Everything.
Yep.
So now they're going to have shots. So now she's doing shots and you're like, this is not going to be good.
No, because every time Darcy gets drunk, there's a problem.
Well, Tom's ignoring her.
He has had it.
How did you feel about Florian wearing his jacket like a Kardashian?
So, Florian is fashion forward. I believe that he's a model. Am I correct?
I mean, he looks like a Halloween mask model.
Why does his face look like that?
Because he's a Halloween mask model.
Yeah, he's not a good-looking human.
No. He's just a small person.
So I feel like Stacey is a little more together in the head than Darcy, right?
I feel like that.
But is she?
Exactly.
Right.
They were cut from the same cloth.
Right.
So Darcy's like, well, Stacey's throwing it in my face that she's engaged. And that's when I see the nipple.
I agree. Oh, yes. But I also feel like everyone here attacked Darcy. Like they were playing on her crazy.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, that was like Gaslight Central.
They're children, though. They're going back and forth. They were almost going, forgive me for saying this, tit for tat.
That was good. Good one.
More shots. Guess what happens?
What are they thinking?
Noelle.
What?
Guess what happens?
Do tears start coming out of her eyes?
Darcy's crying.
No way. I've never seen Darcy cry before.
She doesn't think that Tom loves her.
I mean, listen, she's not wrong.
She says, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. She goes, well, I mean, I know we're best friends.
Right.
But I want more.
I want him to break his other ankle.
Tom said, Darcy, you're being rude to Stacey and you are grounded.
Right. Like, what is... I don't understand... Now, do her and Stacey fight like that a lot?
I think so, because she actually got arrested for assaulting Stacey.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. So, Darcy's wrecked.
Now she's got the napkin on her heel.
She is, yes. Yeah. She is off. Darcy, this is a quote from Tom.
Okay.
Ready? Darcy has totally gone to pieces.
That was good.
Everyone is smoking now.
Okay, honestly, everyone's smoking. Nobody's ashing either. Everyone has the longest ash.
She has a cigarette glued to her mouth.
Uh-huh.
It is hilarious. So now Stacey, in the true Stacey style, brings up who?
Jessie.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
She said that Jessie basically ruined Darcy.
Now let me ask you a question, your opinion. Do you think that Jessie ruined her, or do you think she was already broken?
I think that's who she is.
I think that she was like broken, but Jessie made it much worse.
Right, but what are you doing to work on yourself?
No, zero things. Getting Botox.
You know what you should do to work on yourself?
What?
You should get therapy.
Therapy's wonderful.
It would really, really help her. And I got to tell you, I have an easy, efficient, amazing way to get therapy.
Well, the thing is, Darcy travels a lot.
She's right now in Albania.
Yeah.
She's going back to London. She lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Do you know that BetterHelp is an amazing app, website, everything, and you can get help internationally on it?
That's right.
BetterHelp.
Okay.
I use it. You use it.
I do use it. I used it when I was on my vacation.
Yeah. BetterHelp online counseling. You can connect with your professional counselor in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient.
It honestly really is. It's wonderful.
You can schedule your secure video or phone sessions plus chat and text with your therapist. You can get help with depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, anger, trauma, grief, self-esteem, and anything you share is confidential. There's over 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists across all 50 states. And like you said, Noelle, it's available worldwide.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You can text, you could chat, you could talk on the phone, you could have a video chat. It's so helpful. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. It's convenient. It's
affordable.
It's affordable.
Yep.
It's truly an affordable option. So 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk listeners get 10% off your first month with discount code FIANCÉ. So why not get started today? You can go to BetterHelp.com/fiancé fiance. You simply fill out the questionnaire to help them assess your needs, and you get matched with a counselor that you will love. That's betterhelp.com/fiance.
Awesome.
I think it would help her. I honestly do. I think that
so do I.
You can't be a product of your environment for like, how old are you?
But you know what? This is something I see with a lot of people.
Yeah, of course. But you're 40 years old. Like, you are not Jesse anymore.
The thing is, like,
you can't blame him for your problems for the rest of your life.
Well, I see like a really good person in Darcy, and I feel like she could be so much better than this. And I hate that. Like, everybody sees her and they're like, oh, loose cannon. Don't say anything about Darcy.
But they also egg her on.
No, they do. I think they all attacked her here.
So she's crying and they're trying to make her laugh. Like, they're like being so condescending.
Right.
Darcy's cigarette is in her hand. It is all the way smoked.
All
it's
the
just
way.
an ash.
It's a filter.
So Tom says, very, very, very gaslighty. Why do you think I don't love you?
Right.
And she's like, well, I mean, I don't feel good enough. And it's like, gee, Tom, let's talk about it. Why don't I think you love me? Because you said, I don't think we're together.
Right.
You're not very nice to me.
You were dating women up to 4 days before I came.
You're not affectionate to me.
No. You won't sleep in the same bed as me unless I beg you.
Right. Unless I get drunk and throw my tuna on the bed.
Right. Unless I have my clam hanging out.
Right. So she says that she doesn't feel good enough. And it's like, hey, Tom, you might have made her feel like that.
Right.
Just saying. Meanwhile, she should have made you feel like that.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't know her worth at all.
She said that she gets mixed signals from him, and she does. He said that he will not appease her seeking approval.
But, I mean...
He's abusive. Yeah.
But why? But you know what? It's so sad because she's so broken. All she wants is him to approve of her.
Yeah.
She doesn't care that
He's
she
like,
doesn't
if you
like
think
him.
that I'm going to get on my knees and tell you I love you, I'm not going to.
But
and
that's the thing.
But Tom, you told her in the last episode that you were going to propose to her.
Right.
And then in the episode before that, you said that you're not even dating.
Right. So, like, what is it?
So whose fault is this, Tom?
I know.
Let's talk about Tim and Jennifer.
I can't deal.
Well, he's making coffee for Jennifer. She would like some fruit, too. I want to know what kind of fruit.
I didn't see any. That's why I wanted to know about it. Because I'm thinking, ooh, are they having, like, papaya?
I don't like papaya.
No, but, you know, it's like tropical. Right. What are you having? Like, you're not having an apple, you know?
Some Tim.
Yeah, great.
He said that he really messed up. And the night before, he was really distracted, so they couldn't seal the deal.
It's, like, gross.
He said that, you know... It's like very new to him. Relationships are new to him because he has been alone for so long. P.S.
Yeah.
Him and his ex broke up a year ago.
That's the thing. He said almost a year. So you're basically rebounding right now.
Sure.
Like, he still seems like heartbroken over his ex. Also, he has zero interest in Jennifer.
I think he has low testosterone.
Oh, no. I think that he just has no interest in her. I think that for some reason he just doesn't like her like that.
I think that they don't like each other.
I think she's trying to force it.
She is because he has money.
No, but I'm saying she also feels like, how can this guy not want me?
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
So she takes him to like a national park canyon, and he's like, "What is this?"
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, it's a national park."
He was
park.
so
It's
nasty.
beautiful. So he's like, "Well, so they have to like walk up these stairs."
Right.
And he's like, "I'm really tired." And she's like, "Are you 60?"
Right. I mean, that's how I act.
So she's like, "Oh, look at these beautiful birds. They were like the emus that
yeah, they were cool.
Aladdin's boss
had."
And he's like, "Oh, I'm scared of those."
Right.
She's like, "He's so grumpy."
She's like, "Great." Right.
He looks like a Grinch face. And it's like, "Oh, he actually looks like the Grinch."
He actually shares a face with the Grinch. Yeah. Right.
So now they're going to go on this crazy swing.
Okay, I mean, that would never happen in my lifetime. You would do that.
Okay, I feel like I'm scared of it, but I would do it. Especially if it was like with a guy that loved me a lot.
I mean, you know, I feel like I would probably do it with Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now also, I don't want to make rumors. He wears a lot of red.
He does wear a lot of red, I know.
Do you think he's a...
BLOOD? Maybe. He wears a hat that says Gringo. Did you notice?
Why was he wearing that?
I know. His hat said Gringo. It's like, well, okay. So I think this is why. Because I was reading about him and the name of his gun company is like Gringo Guns.
Okay, so basically
something.
he identifies as a man who loves Latin
women.
women.
And it's like, I feel like that's so lame.
Yeah, he's lame. She calls him a coward. She calls him a princess. And she also calls him...
A lady? What? No, what?
Another P word.
Oh, I know that. It's the P-U-S-S-Y word. Yeah. I don't like to say these words because your mom listens.
I know.
But
she said that maybe he's not for her.
Do you think that she was being a little bit harsh? I think she was
being harsh, but like at the same time,
I think she's frustrated.
How frustrated are you?
Well, I think she's really frustrated, but I think she definitely does try to emasculate a bit.
Yeah, but like she's trying to make him like stick up for her.
Do something.
Do something. He's like, oh, I'm hot. She's like, yeah, sorry, it's the sun.
Uh-huh. I loved her shirt. She looked like an advertisement for Fabletics. That's really what someone said. Yeah.
So she said that he's not a happy person. She's very bored with him. I mean, same.
Yeah, same.
He said he's like, well, yeah, well, maybe we could do something except for hike. And she's like, yeah, I did that with you last night and nothing happened.
You weren't interested. And he also, by the way, has a Gucci vape. His vape was like Gucci designed. Yeah, that's what he was holding. And I'm like, it was like a Miley or whatever the hell they're called. Yeah.
Oh my God. So she said that he's difficult and not making her happy and that he's not attracted to her at all.
That's the thing. He does not act like he's attracted to her at all. First of all, he has the worst posture, by the way. Can I just point that out? But he does not seem, and people are like, oh, he's trans, or he's gay, this, that. I don't think that's what it is.
I think he has low testosterone.
I think he just doesn't like her.
I think that's
really, you know, you could meet someone. I have met the hottest people in the world and I've had zero attraction to them. You know?
Let's talk about Caesar.
Oh,
Can we just like do 1 second on him?
Yeah. It's like, what's happening?
He's leaving Mexico alone. He's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed.
I had to pack these edible underwear with me.
Oh my God. He thought that he would marry Maria and have kids, get a house,
buy
a new car. Okay. Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If Maria came there.
Yeah.
And she loved him.
Uh-huh.
He still wasn't going to have a house and a new car. Like, how are you going to get that?
Right. You guys are going to now share a ramen pack for dinner.
Sure.
Right.
So he's like, you know what? I have to save up my money. I have to go to the Ukraine. I'm going to give her a week and then we're going to get back together.
And it's like, what are you talking about?
Caesar,
she doesn't like, you're going to go to Ukraine what, and scream her name
Maria!
in the streets?
Maria,
the most beautiful girl I've ever heard. Maria, tell your boyfriend how I feel about you.
But I need you,
and I gotta make you mine. I've got to make you mine. It's a little TKA for you guys.
They were at my friend's wedding.
My friend Denise that is staying with me right now, her sister is friends, like legit friends with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was like sending me pictures. She was out with them the other night.
Let's talk about Zied and Rebecca.
Okay.
He's littering.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Tell me.
He litters.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, you can't do that in America. Like, you're going to get in so much trouble. And it's like, well, you can't go out looking like a hua where you guys are because it's disrespectful, but he's still...
Okay, but here's the thing.
What?
So apparently...
Yeah.
That was all a setup in the club.
Tell mommy.
So I heard that... So you know how like she took off her jacket and everyone was like, oh...
Yeah.
Everyone was dressed like that in that club.
Really?
They're just trying to make
they're trying to make it a
storyline.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like a casual club and like everyone it wasn't a religious place.
Okay.
And they were just trying to make a storyline.
That's annoying.
So she's like, listen, if you litter in America, they're going to fine you. And he laughs because he's like, I'm not paying that. I don't have any money.
Like whatever. I'm not paying it and you're probably going to pay it if I do.
And then he says something to her, a phrase that he has learned from her.
Uh-huh.
Every day I love you more.
I like that he goes, you're so beautiful talking in my language.
Oh, so beautiful.
So beautiful.
But she said to his sister, too, and she said to him, every day I love you more. So they say it to each other.
Right. It's lame.
So it's something that she taught him. She speaks broken English to him.
I know.
She's like, you car me?
Uh-huh.
You drive car me?
And again, just like you and I talk about, she says it with like a weird accent and extra loud.
Yeah.
So he understands, but that's
takes
not
out like
real.
Any connecting words.
I do that. And I find myself, I do that. Like if I go to a store and somebody doesn't speak English and I'm like, huh, do I want this? Like loud. And I'm like, why am I talking like this?
Well, another thing that kind of really surprised me was her roots are really bad. Her hair roots.
Yeah.
She went to Tunisia and she didn't even dye her hair before
she left.
No,
she didn't. No.
So now he's like, all right, I need real quick 300 dinar or 500 dinar.
500 dinar.
No, but he said 300.
Oh,
then he's like, or 500.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, for what? And he's like, oh, I have to buy something for my sister. So this is about $200 US.
But this was so fake to me.
Okay, but I also Googled it.
Yeah.
And even though they say it's $200 US,
Yeah.
it says it's 46 cents if you Google it.
I mean,
I don't understand.
Then you can have 1,000 dinar if you want.
But I don't know if someone could reach out and tell us what the
That's
truth
right.
is.
That's right. You did say that. Yeah.
So because that was the same thing that someone had given Aladdin and Laura for their wedding.
Yes.
And they were like 500 dinar, and then I Googled it and it was 46 cents.
That's crazy.
I guess that was like his allowance.
So he won't say why he needs it, just that he wants to get something for his sister.
Is
maybe
he
more
wearing-
macarona.
Macarona. Is he wearing her leather jacket? Do they
Yes.
switch? Do they have the same one in the same size?
Yes. I'm never going to get over that you called him Winnie the Pooh in the yellow shirt, by the way.
I mean, he was.
It's so funny. I think about it all the time.
Thank you. He meets his sister, Wiem. W-I-E-M.
I don't know. Mean, bitch, Satan.
Oh,
one
wow.
of those.
He said that he needed the money because she told him, if you ever need anything, ask me. I don't think that's what she meant.
I don't think that's what she meant. I thought
Noelle.
she meant like what?
We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
You have told me I would
Yeah.
do anything for you.
Yeah.
I would like $5,000.
And you won't tell me why.
Noelle,
Uh-huh.
you had mentioned to me
Uh-huh.
in the past that
Yeah.
if I need anything that I just ask you.
Yeah.
So I would like that.
But that's not what I meant.
No,
Right.
that's what you said.
Right.
Sorry, buddy.
It's like, I'm going to need a little more detail about this. So he wants to get her a ring?
An engagement ring. So he's like, hey, are those made of candy? Because that's what I could afford.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's from a Cracker Jack box? The best.
Yeah. His sister, who hates her,
Yeah.
said that it's stupid to take her money.
Right.
Even she was like, come
She
on.
was right.
They are rushing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, is that one silver?
Well, because she only has a week left, right? Yeah.
Is that one silver?
Oh, that's okay. That's good.
So we find Rebecca. She's sitting in like, I don't know, some kind of like
I don't
court
know.
square.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like an indoor smoking arena.
Yeah, it was every place I don't want to be is
And
what it
she's
was.
just smoking.
She's another one. She smokes a ton, but her skin is so much better than Angela's.
Well, I mean, the filters.
Yeah, that's true.
She's upset about the money.
But why did she give it to him then?
Right. So he
Right.
said that he doesn't have a lot of money. He's like, so basically,
Like, I have to get it from you.
sure. Why does she need a ring? They have his and her leather jackets.
I know. So I don't know why she would need a ring.
He could have been like, baby, you can wear my leather jacket. This is my jacket from my high school.
From my garbage pail. Beautiful.
This is jacket. It's beautiful. It says my name inside with Sharpie marker.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
P-O-O-H. Beautiful.
Macarona.
Oh, God. Every time I'm here, I want Ditalini.
Me too. So that's it for Before the 90 Days. We're going to jump into The Other Way, Season 1, Episode 19.
No, it's never ending.
With Laura and Aladdin.
Yeah.
So Laura brings Liam his tux. And he says, he's explaining like that he still wanted her to put him through college.
Right. Like,
And-
basically, I still need your money, Mom.
Right. He's like, just because I'm older doesn't mean that like I can't be supported by my mom.
I mean, you're
So
wearing
he
a
said-
pink flamingo shirt. I don't know how I'm supposed to take you seriously.
True story. He said that he wanted his mom to put him through college
Right.
and support him, and then he would get a job and support them.
Right.
No, Liam.
No, that's not how it works.
No.
Uh-uh.
So Liam apologizes, and then they bond, him and his mom.
So he basically knew he was being rude, which he was. So clearly he wasn't sick since he's been there. Right.
So now they bond. It's day 3 of the wedding. Aladdin's cousins come to dress her
Right.
in a dress that Aladdin has picked out.
Here's the thing. I feel like that is part of the culture because that's what happened with Avery and Omar too. They pick out the wedding dress.
Okay,
for the
but
white.
guess what? Pick one that fits her.
Pick out a good one at least. She said she feels like Liberace. I think
was
that was so
hilarious.
funny.
The sleeves on that did not fit her.
No.
It was too big. It was too small and too big at the same time.
Yeah, it did not fit her
It was
well
the
at
least
all. And
flattering
she
thing
knew
I've
it
ever
too.
seen. Well, he is so excited.
Yeah.
He waited his whole life for this.
Not for nothing, but his tux was so cute.
Adorable.
Yeah, really cute.
He sees Liam and he goes, hey, cowboy.
Uh-huh.
Liam is wearing a camel tooth necklace.
But how did he know it was real?
because they lit it on fire and it didn't melt. And a cowboy hat. Now, here's the thing. So you see that and you're like, this must be a Tunisian thing.
Right.
And Aladdin is like, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Right.
He's like, what is...
he picks all of the things to do. You know how they say, like, don't over-accessorize? Like, don't wear a hat and sunglasses and earrings and gloves and a scarf?
Well, he made an impact for sure.
Yes.
Aladdin has his glitter lapel tux.
I know, it's so cute.
He looks adorable. He looks like he's about to sing in a nightclub.
Yeah, he looks like Wayne Newton, basically.
Yes. So what are they holding down the aisle? It looks like fake bouquets or fireworks.
Okay, I think it was fake bouquets.
But it's like the weirdest. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is another one. Like, I need you guys to tell me what this was. So she has... They exchanged rings. There's no like officiant,
which is why that was wild to me. I didn't know that.
What was this
thing.
Big gold fake yellow orange ring that he gave her?
I think that's like Middle Eastern gold.
Okay, very strange.
Because I have a bracelet that's Middle Eastern gold and it's like orange.
So strange.
Yeah.
And no kissing.
No kissing because children are there.
I don't know. They are sweating. It is 8,000 degrees out.
That's how I felt walking around New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you weren't in a Liberace gown.
No, thank God, with sleeves.
So Liam apologizes to Aladdin.
Right.
And Laura says something so disgusting.
What?
She said that Liam has been her partner for so long.
Yeah, I know.
She's not used to being with Aladdin.
Yeah.
And then he promises her good jiggy.
Listen, not... I'm not always trying to look for something inappropriate, but there's something too weird and codependent with Laura and Liam.
I told you that from day one. I was like, this is Colt Jr.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
No.
I don't know. I didn't think that way because I thought maybe he had like mental problems or something, and she was like taking care of him.
No, I don't know what's happening.
No, I don't know. Something is off.
They're weird.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the most stable person on this entire show, Paul.
What is with him?
And Karini. So his mom's been there for a few days, and she wants to talk. Karini wants to talk to Paul's mom about Paul.
Right.
She said that she doesn't know what to do when he goes nuts, and she doesn't want the baby to pick up on.
Right.
I gotta tell you, Paul's mom is like, yeah, man, I don't know.
She's like, I kind of don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
There's something so wrong with him.
Listen, that kid's name is Pierre. The kid's name is not Pierre. Like Karini, I think her name was Karine.
Oh, maybe.
And maybe he just calls her Karini. Pierre, Karini, mommy. You know?
Colty.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Colty.
Do you think that's his Brazilian accent?
Yeah. It is.
It's really hot. So him and his mom,
they're sweltering.
Go on a date to get a water.
Like, but poor mom is like covered in sweat.
She's like, She's can't
struggling.
Breathe. Is that okay?
Yeah.
She tries to give him advice, and his mom asks about a job. She's like, listen, I can't keep sending you money.
Right.
She's like, you have
Who
to learn
knew
Portuguese.
That she was supporting him like that? I didn't know.
I kind of figured. She said that he has to learn Portuguese and he has to step it up. And he's like, well, she's like, are you studying? He's like, it's hard.
Right.
Karini's learning English.
Right. And she's like, well, I don't care really if it's hard because that's what you have to do. This is your life that you chose.
Sure.
And I'm retiring.
Yeah.
So I can't do this anymore with you.
Karini really likes Paul's mom. Paul's mom's very nice. She said that she's really calm and she makes Paul calm.
But she was also really sweet and welcoming to Karini.
Yes.
Like she was not at all judgmental, which I liked.
No.
Yeah.
She was super nice. Paul's mom is leaving now. So they call her a taxi cabo.
Right.
It comes. He leans in to say goodbye to his mom and says,
your hair, it smells good. What was that?
What's with them?
But why didn't he keep saying it? He's like, your hair, it smells good. Your hair smells good. Your hair, it smells good. And I'm like, what's happening?
Okay, but why are they obsessed with hair in this family?
They are. They're
also, if you're so obsessed with hair, why doesn't your wife wash hers?
Ever.
Just
why is your wife put fake hair on her eyeballs?
Oh my God, seriously. There's no pillowcases on the bed. There's no sheets. And he's like, do you want a divorce? And she's like, shut up, basically.
Right. She tells him to shut up all the time.
And he's like, no more talking to other people, right? And she's like, yeah, shut up.
Right. Like let it go.
You're not paying me. I need to do my sexy webcams.
I need to do something, right, to get money.
Let's talk about a snore of a couple at this point.
Okay.
Jenny and Sumit.
I mean, come on.
He's back. It's been a week.
He's a dirtbag.
He's smoking too.
seriously, okay. I thought that they don't let people smoke on TV because it like gives like a children like impression of children.
I think in a sitcom,
I guess like I know
they
that
don't let people smoke on TV. I mean, of course they let people.
Like our other podcast where we cover Teen Mom, like they'll show the smoke sometimes, but they never show them actually smoking.
Oh no, that's not true.
Who have you
Caitlin.
ever seen? I've never seen her take a pull of a cigarette in my life.
I've seen her always with a cigarette in her hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think that's more for network TV.
Okay.
Like for prime time.
Okay.
So he's back. She's crying. It's been a week. He's smoking. Mm-hmm. Jenny is upset and asking why he lied to her.
Right.
And he's like, well, I thought that they would have left me alone.
I love that he says for the first year he tried to be happy.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
It's like, oh, and she's like, you mean when we were together?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, well, I tried to make the marriage work.
Right. That's not nice.
It's like, oh.
So she said that, and this is something that I agree with. Mm-hmm. She didn't have the choice.
No.
He lied to her
yeah.
and said, like, come here. Don't worry. We're going to get married. You're going to live here. Sell all of your stuff. And she was like, okay, because she trusted him that he was telling the truth.
Yep.
If he would have said like, hey, listen, I have this wife. Do you want to come here and like see if we could get this going?
Right.
Then that's on her.
She was completely under the impression that it was just her and him. But you know what though? After being there for 4 months and knowing his family had a problem with you, knowing that he had no balls, why the hell would you go back there and move there permanently?
She was there for 4 months?
Yeah.
I like how that's 4 months, yet Avery and Omar are 4 days.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So she gave up her job, her car, her apartment, her furniture, and then she has to move back to
her daughter's couch, basically.
Yep. So
like she doesn't have anything.
So he was saying that he can't get divorced unless his wife agrees to it.
Right. And basically he thinks that they're going to make it really hard for him. Good. They should. He should go to prison.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate him.
I hate him.
Let's talk about Tiffany and Ronald.
I hate her. So
they're walking to the park and they're leaving the gate.
But it's like, come on.
They found this
park and they're like, let's bring this kid to Heroin Park. You know? Like, come on. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, they purposely found this.
Seriously. So, Ronald has become a dad to Daniel.
He was a dad from the minute Daniel saw him.
So Daniel's like, oh, look, it's a puppy. And he's like, no, son, that's a guard dog and you're going to get abducted.
Right.
What?
What are you talking about?
Why is he
I
so
know.
crazy?
I don't know.
So he's like, the swing is dangerous. Don't go on it because it's made of broken shards of glass.
But yet he's sitting there swinging in the background,
right?
like on that thing.
Oh,
yeah.
So they're like, Daniel, what's going on? Do you like South Africa? He's like, well, I don't like the parks because I got a needle in my foot.
Right. I can't play.
I don't like the fences because I got electrocuted.
I don't like the dogs because they bite me.
Right. I don't like that it's very dangerous. I miss my friends and family. He speaks like he's 25 years old.
He does. He's like, everybody in America was like in our corner. And it's like, what child talks like that?
He needs to teach Liam to be independent.
Yes. He has like a lot more like perspective than people would think.
Daniel needs to get his own place and he needs to move back to the U.S. So she's like, listen, I know that you want to move back to where you're not going to get murdered and abducted and raped. But here's the thing. Dad has to be there when the baby comes.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I don't know if you know this, but that's not my dad.
But like, and also like, Mom, that's a long friggin' time from now.
Sure. So they've been in South Africa for 3 months.
Right.
Daniel's like, yeah, I'm not happy.
Right. And she's like, what? I can't hear you.
Oh my God, that's so weird because we're going to be here. So sorry about that.
She is all the way selfish.
Yes.
Like all the way.
So they go to the Lookout where he proposed and also where they met. And I'm like, was that the same day?
Right. It was the same day. I'm glad that's where they met.
And got proposed. Yeah. They met on a rock.
Like, how do you randomly meet?
She's like, I was just in South Africa sitting on this rock.
Right.
And this guy came over and he was like, I don't know. I just snorted my mom's refrigerator.
Yeah. I just need to like borrow money.
He's like, can I have 500 dinar? It's for my sister.
And she's like, okay, sure.
She's worried that he can't support her and that he will relapse. Guess what?
What?
He can't support her.
No, he can't.
But you knew that.
You've always known that.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you've always known that.
So she's like, okay, so let's change it up. Remember when I promised you that we would have this baby in South Africa and you would be there for the birth of your child? JK.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to America and have this kid.
Okay. So
I mean, she doesn't want to have the kid on the floor. I get it.
I get it too, but maybe you should have
thought about this. Yes.
Before you got
Why
pregnant.
wouldn't you have looked into him getting a visa for America before you moved there?
Google it.
Google it. It's not hard.
Okay. So
ask Tracy.
Here's the, just call me.
She'll figure it out.
Okay. So here's the other thing that happened. She's saying on Instagram right now that his record is completely sealed and he wouldn't have a problem coming to the U.S.
What?
That's what she's saying. She's saying that all those charges are totally sealed and will not affect his visa. So then why didn't you do that? If he lives in such an unsafe place that he has so many triggers, like, why wouldn't you do that?
Because in her mind, it's like, I'm going to do what Ronald wants and staying in South Africa and make my child stay here. I think she shipped her kid back to America.
Yeah, I hope she did.
Which I hope she did.
I hope she did. I hope she ships that baby, and I hope she ships herself.
Me too. I don't even care about herself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was a really fun episode. At least a lot of things happen on these episodes.
Yes. It was meaty.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And you could follow me. Guess what?
What?
Your host, comedian Tracy Manazzo, at Trixie Tuzzini, TrixieTuzzini. And please make sure you're coming to our live podcast November 2nd at the Stand Comedy Club.
We'll be there.
Noelle, tell us about your social media.
Noe_bear810 on Instagram or at NoeGirl on Twitter.
Guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you soon.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.